picture of Uncle Sam.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason and welcome back to Backtrack Cinema. In this video, we'll be looking at my top 10 moments from Apollo Creed from the Rocky franchise.
Does this look like a circus to you, man?
He is the master of disaster, the one and only, the king of sting, Apollo Creed. Such an iconic character in this franchise.
The Count of Monte Cristo.
Think you got enough names? Patience, Stallion. Almost done.
And with the recent passing of Carl Weathers, I had to pay my respects and do a top 10 on his most iconic character, Apollo Creed. So pop some popcorn, get a drink, and let's talk some moments from Apollo Creed.
Ding, ding.
Governor, calling Raven.
Payback time.
Come with me if you want to live. You just don't turn it off!
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. You're watching Backtrack Cinema, where we talk movies of the past that you know and love. And welcome to my top 10 moments from Apollo Creed. Carl Weathers recently passed away, a huge icon from the Rocky franchise, someone who is part of my childhood forever as Apollo Creed. Other characters as well, you know, in Predator, Action Jackson, and most recently you saw him in The Mandalorian. A very great character actor who could just blend in with really big stars and hit several genres. Could be action. He did some comedy like Happy Gilmore. He's just a great actor. He was a great actor and he had tons of charisma and brought so much athleticism to the character of Apollo Creed. He was Apollo Creed, man. I couldn't see anybody else in this role whatsoever. So we're going to honor him today. We're going to honor him with my personal top 10 moments from Apollo Creed's character. So let me know in the comments some of your favorite moments from Apollo Creed, and we'll have a good discussion in those comments. And this one's for you, Carl.
It's very smart.
Coming at number 10 is Apollo Gets Serious. So in the original Rocky fight, we see Apollo Creed get knocked down by Rocky. A great moment for Rocky. But there's that moment when Apollo gets up, after the surprise wears off, he gets that fucking serious look on his face, and it's go time. And from that moment on to the end of that bell of the first round, he breaks Rocky's nose at the end of it, but you just see how great of a fighter he is. Throwing Rocky into the corner, you know, jab, jab, hook, cross, busts his nose against the rope. Crazy. It's a small moment, but I love that. I love how it's, you know, you're not going to get away from knocking me down, chump. I mean, he just lays into Rocky. Coming at number 9 is the night before the big fight. This is another great moment where we see Rocky can't sleep before the night of the fight, and he's kind of going like this. He's in bed with Adrian. And then we see Apollo Creed in his house in the bathroom, and he's got a picture of Rocky there, kind of just looking. Carl Weathers being the actor he is, there's a pause, and he's thinking. And you almost like trying to extrapolate. What's he thinking about? But it's in his body language. I think there was a little worry in there that he was going to lose the title. That this Rocky was fucking serious. I think he saw what he was made of in the first fight. There was just a little bit of hesitation in his body language here where he's like, could this be it? And then, you know, he shuts that off and kind of just does a like that. You know what I mean? Great. It's just a little moment, but it's a great moment. Coming in at number 8 is Why Can't You Ignore It?
Why can't you ignore it?
Are you serious?
This is another moment from Rocky 2 where he's reading all his hate mail and he gets in a little fight with his wife about how, you know, his legacy is in jeopardy. People are not believing he's the fighter he is. He took a payday to carry this bum Rocky because a lot of people just see Rocky still as a bum. You know what I mean? And this is getting to him. This is getting to him because this guy is the champ. And he worked his way up to become the champ. He's always fought the best and everything like that. And it's affecting his home life, his family life. And I just love it when she's like, why can't you ignore it? You know what I mean? He throws the freaking fan mail down at her. Another small moment, but very great performance by Carl here. Rocky 2 got to see what he's going through. Had his ego has been scarred. You know what I mean? And Carl Weathers has really portrayed how pissed he is. You know what I mean? And how badly he wants to beat Rocky. Coming at number 7 is Apollo Creed meets the Italian Stallion.
Apollo Creed meets the Italian Stallion.
Sounds like a damn monster movie.
This is fantastic, where we find out that there's not a right contender for Apollo Creed. So Apollo Creed picks an underdog in Philadelphia, gives someone a chance. Really, business-wise, it's great. Builds his legacy up, makes him the nice guy, protects his image, if you will.
And I'll tell you why. Because I'm sentimental.
He's looking through the book for down-and-out fighters, and it's the name that attracts him, the Italian Stallion. And then he starts processing everything in his mind. And he's like, oh, Southpaws, Tony Duke's like, they do everything bad. I'll drop him in 3. Apollo Creed meets the Italian Stallion. And he chuckles. Sounds like a damn monster movie. All about the image, all about the show, all about giving the people something. Little did he know that, Rocky was going to go the distance, right? Great moment, though. Great moment. Coming at number 6 is There Is No Tomorrow.
Damn, Rock, come on! What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow!
So Mickey dies. Rocky takes another fight with Clubber Lang. Apollo Creed as his manager this time. And Apollo Creed really showing him some tough love. Like, Rocky is really not pushing himself.
Damn, man, what the hell are you doing? This guy will knock you on your ass!
Fear has gotten in his way. He just doesn't think he's the fighter. He's really lost without Mickey. And Apollo's trying to teach him to be more skilled as a fighter. Got the headgear on. He's popping jabs and hooks and crosses. And he gets upset with Rocky. He's just like, damn, man, what's the matter with you? Because he knows what he is capable of. He's fought him twice, so he knows the fighter's there. And Rocky just like, tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow!
The only way to train hard is to train in the moment, to train now, to put your best foot forward every day, every hour. And Apollo Creed's trying to tell him this. And, that's Rocky's philosophy. And he kind of like dumps his own philosophy here because of fear, though, right? But I just love how this is real tough love from Apollo Creed. He's not taking it easy on him at all. If you're liking this video so far, then hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. Coming at number 5 is Apollo versus Drago.
It is Drago with the upper hand now. Drago with the left to the midsection. Drago with the left to the right hand.
Now, this is more of the director's cut of Rocky IV, and because the fight is laid out completely different, better sound effects. You feel the punches more. Apollo doesn't go out as easy like he does in the theatrical cut. There's a one moment here. It runs for about maybe 15 to 30 seconds.
The Russians trying to intimidate Creed.
Where you see him fighting back, collecting himself in the second round, getting some hits on in Drago, and it's just the chanting of the crowd, Apollo, 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 Tony Duke in the corner, just yelling at him.
Come on, pull it together.
You see the glimpse of how great Apollo Creed was. There's that glimpse. If he would have trained harder, if he was younger, Drago probably doesn't stand a chance, man. I mean, let's face it, Apollo did fight the best. He always fought the best. Like you said, I retired more men than Social Security. There's more dignity he seems to go out with here. There was more of a fight. There's more of a fight. And even in the end of when Rocky fights Drago, it's more of a fight. You see Rocky fighting back a lot more too. I think he recut both fights together so well. Coming at number 4 is The Eye of the Tiger.
Now, when we fought, you had that eye of the tiger, man, the edge.
This is where Apollo hunts Rocky down and he wants to train him. And he goes through about how, I know how you're feeling. You lost that fight for all the wrong reasons. You lost your edge. And he knows what he's capable of. He knows he could train him. And this is where we see Apollo Creed become a main character, the trainer, a friend, a big part of this franchise. You know what I mean? Like, he was already a fairly big part, but in Rocky 3, he became a huge part of this franchise. This is just as much Apollo Creed's movie, Apollo Creed's title, as it is Rocky's, as far as I'm concerned. They win it back together because Apollo Creed is not the kind of character who's going to step in, beat Clubber Lang, come out of retirement, and take the belt away and leave Rocky down to the dumps. He has a huge amount of respect for Rocky for beating him twice, fighting him twice, and beating him once. You know what I mean? There's a huge respect between these characters, and I loved seeing how they gelled together and how they became the best of friends, which sets up Creed 2 years later too, when we got Creed 2. So it's a great freaking moment. I love how it's all in darkness, where you just see a little bit of light on their faces. And that where Paul kind of gets angry.
Look, man, when you beat me, I hurt all over, and I didn't want to know from nothing or nobody, not even my kids.
And the confidence Apollo has, you know, you can't do it without me, Rock. You need me. They need each other, right? It's great. Coming at number 3 is I won, but I didn't beat him.
Man, I won, but I didn't beat him.
Now, this is just as much a Tony Duke scene as an Apollo Creed scene, but I love the frustration of Apollo. Like, even his own manager doesn't want him fighting Rocky again. He just wants to fight Rocky, get his legacy back in check, prove to the whole world that, you know, I could beat this lucky club fighter in 3 rounds. And I like how, you know, he gets some honest truth from his manager.
I saw you beat that man like I never saw no man get beat before. And the man kept coming after you.
And Apollo takes that under advisement, and then he kind of sets himself up as the bad guy, kind of. Like, he sets his whole marketing thing up to be the bad guy. Calling Rocky a chicken, calling me the lucky club fighter, really getting under Rocky's skin. You know what I mean? But this is a really great moment showing that, you know, Duke's afraid. Duke's afraid that Rocky's the real thing and that this is going to be the end of Apollo. Or worse, you know, Rocky could hurt Apollo. Make no mistake, Rocky was the stronger puncher. When he was hitting Apollo, they hurt. He bust his ribs up and everything like that. So, but this is just a really great Apollo Creed moment and Tony Duke moment. Coming at number 2 is We're the Warriors.
We have to be right in the middle of the action because we're the warriors. And without some challenge, without some damn war to fight, then the warrior may as well be dead, Stallion.
This is where Apollo Creed wants to fight Drago, and Rocky's trying to say, you know, maybe this is a battle against you, you know what I mean? And he's trying to tell Apollo, maybe, you know, it goes over for you. And I love this speech Apollo Creed gives to Rocky here.
And that's easy for you to say. You're still on top. What happens when you're not on top? Then what? Where do we go, Stallion?
It's not only showing you what Apollo's feeling, it's testing their friendship a lot.
As a friend. Stand by my side this one last time.
It shows everything of who Apollo Creed is and what he stands for in this speech. It's beautifully written by Stallone. Like, we're fighters. We have to be in the middle of the action. We have to be there for the challenge. When the challenge is there, we have to rise to it or we might as well be dead. This is a man with a lot of ego, a lot of arrogance, but a man with a lot of honor and a lot of passion. He truly loved what he does, being a fighter. He loved the showmanship. He loved giving the people what they want. He feels like he's forgotten about it. He feels like he's not going to be remembered as much.
No matter what.
He's also telling Rocky, you know, stand by my side this one last time. I believed in you when you were down and out. Believe in me. Not that Apollo's down and out, but, you know, back our friendship up. Back me up this time. You know what I mean? So I completely understand Apollo Creed in this movie. You know, there is a little bit of arrogance, though, and he's a little naive, right? But I believe in what he stands for and all that kind of stuff. And it just great stuff. Great moment. Beautifully acted by Carl Weathers. You know what I mean? Beautifully. But coming in at number 1 is the third fight.
I know, but what'd you think of this?
About 3 years ago.
Oh, this is very crazy, Apollo.
I love this moment. I just love Rocky's back on top. Him and Apollo won the title together, and they have that promise, that secret fight between each other. I love how they're dancing around the ring. He's, oh, I taught you well, Stallion. They're joshing each other, and they both hit each other at the same time. Freeze frame, Eye of the Tiger. Beautiful. Love it. Ding, ding. What more is to be said, man? Apollo Creed is awesome.
You fight great, but I'm a great fighter. Huh?
That is it, guys. That's my top 10 Apollo Creed moments. Let me know in the comments down what yours are. We'll have a good time discussing them. If you're new to the channel, why not hit that subscribe button, like the video, share the video around, stick around for the end card. I'll put related content there so you can go down the rabbit hole and have fun on the channel. My name is Jason. You're watching Backtrack Cinema. I'll see you next time, and I will see you in the movies. Cheers.